Okay, now we are going on and adding an F in the bass clef. Okay, so remember bass clef looks like this. And then the fourth line from the bottom is gonna be your F. And then don't forget about that middle C. That's in relation to that, here's where it is. So if you go C, go back to B, A, G, F. So that's where that is, okay? All right, F and C. All right, so that's that. And then we have a musical form of A, B, A prime. So that means that there's gonna be a line or a phrase that's gonna be twice exactly the same and then something completely different. And then it's gonna be like the first phrase, but with a slight variation. That's what the A prime means. Okay, now let's go ahead and label the fingering here, okay? So remember, whenever you see those blanks, we wanna get those in first. That's gonna tell us our position so we have 3 notes to label here, okay? So what is this? This, and if you're not sure, if you're practicing, you're like, wait a minute, I can't remember what that is, you can go back and look at this diagram, okay, and find that note. That first space in the treble clef is F, okay, so F. And then, so you want to go ahead and write in there with your pencil 4 on F. F is in Frank. All right, and then in the left hand, what do we have here now? There's those 2 notes that we were just learning. Well, one that we added, F, okay? So remember that fourth line from the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just count up and you'll see that is or the second line from the top, that's the F. That's the bass clef F that we were working on. That's just below C. Okay, and then of course that's when you recognize that one. That's the middle C, right? We've been doing that for a while, so you should know that's middle C. All right, so then that means the top one is 1 on C, and then the bottom one is 5 on F. Okay, so go ahead and write those in. All right, and then we'll go ahead and play this first bit. All right, so right hand, 4th finger on F. All right, so that puts your hand in a C position. So you see how this the thumb is on C, group of 2, C, and so middle C here. Okay, so 4th finger on F. It says that's what your first note is. It's that F. Okay, now the left hand is going to be you're going to have the bottom note was 5 on F, and the top note 1 on C. Okay, so actually this is a position. Remember I was saying in the last song that there sometimes will be in a position where both thumbs are on the same note, except that when it says to play in the left hand, you play the left thumb, and if it says middle C in the right hand, then you play with the right C. Okay, so that's how you know which one to use. So don't just use the left hand just because it's a middle C. If it says if it's a C in the treble clef, then you should be using the right hand, because remember the treble clef is played by the right hand. Okay, all right, so go ahead and play the left hand, just so you hear that, so that F and C. If yours doesn't sound like that, then check your position. Make sure middle C is on with the thumb, and then the white note just to the left of the group of 3, that's your F, okay? And then right hand, 4th finger, and remember your thumb should sort of be overlapping, but don't use the right hand in the beginning. Don't use the right thumb, because it's written as a left hand, middle C, okay? All right, so here we go. Let's play those 3 together. And we'll do them again, and again, one more. All right, and then we're gonna go in the right hand, 5th finger, G, F, E, D, and right hand thumb on middle C. So there you have to use the right hand instead of the left hand. All right, let's do it again. Ready, go. F and C. F, C, F. 2 more times. Right hand, 5th finger on G. G, F, E, D. Right hand, 1st finger, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now that'll get you through the first page. Remember in our format, A, B, A prime. So the first phrase, the first line here is played exactly the same again. Okay, A. All right, so that's that, easy. Now the next page 47, you have, this is the B line. Okay, so in other words, it's gonna be different, completely different from the A. Okay, now you're in the same position. So that was, remember both thumbs were kind of on middle C. Sometimes it's helpful to just think about that when you're finding your position. You can even just say, okay, I'm gonna put both of my thumbs on C. Even though you're not gonna use both at the same time, that can help you find the rest of your position. okay? All right, move this a little bit here, so it's a little bit more centered. Okay, all right, so find that position, both thumbs on middle C, and then, all right, and then we're gonna do left hand, third finger should be on A. So C, B, A. Just gotta make sure that that's what your third finger is on, middle finger, third finger, okay? So left hand, third finger, okay? And look at the music as you're doing this. You don't need to look at the camera, just look at the music. All right, left hand, third finger. Okay, go ahead and play that with me to make sure it sounds the same. If it does, we're gonna go on to G, fourth finger, and then down one more, F, back up one more, G, and then A. Make sure your eyes are staying on the music. Right hand, first finger, C, just control, thinking it in your mind, imagining it in your mind, but not actually looking at your hands, okay? And then the next measure, second finger on D, third finger E, F, back down, E, down, D, 2, C, 2. All right, let's do that again. So again, make sure both thumbs are on middle C. That'll help you get your position. Left third finger is on A. Okay, should sound like that. All right, ready, go. A, G, F, G, A, 2, right hand, middle C, 1, 2, second finger, D, E, F, E, D, 2, C, 2. All right, let's do that a little bit faster. Okay, left hand, third finger, middle finger, ready, go. A, G, F, G, A, 2, C, 2, D, E, F, E, D, 2, C, 2. All right, now make sure that you practice it while saying the letters just like that, okay? So again, nothing has changed in that way. You've been doing that for a while, for quite a few songs, so keep doing it that way. Try to do it with me, and of course, be sure you can do that by yourself, all right? And the last line is the same, except we're gonna slow down. There's this slowing down, and then you're going to, you have this slightly different ending, okay? And when you have this 8 VA in the left hand, that usually means to go down. So we're gonna go down an octave, all right? So that last measure is gonna be like this. And then you go down an octave, all right? Now you can't see exactly, but you're gonna play the exact same notes, the F and C, but just go down one octave.